Well, Nima Momeni is a newly cemented murderer after this jury of 6 men and 6 women disregarded his claims that he had acted in self-defense. After 7 days of deliberations, a jury found Nima Momeni guilty of second-degree murder for fatally stabbing Cash App founder Bob Lee. That means Momeni is facing 15 years to life in prison with an additional year for using a knife. Momeni stabbed Lee 3 times, including in the heart, in a secluded spot under the Bay Bridge back in April 2023, believing Lee's alleged dealer had drugged and groped Momeni's sister. The sister, Kazar Momeni, took the stand during this trial. The DA says she owned a set of Joseph brand knives, the same brand Momeni used to stab Lee. Momeni himself testified as well, saying it was Lee who came at him with a knife during a drug-fueled bender and that he acted in self-defense. But the jury rejected that argument.
I think the jury got it right. It was a tough case. A lot of people contributed to this case, making me and Dane's job fairly easy. We're grateful. We're happy with the verdict.
Tony Brass, one of Momeni's 5 defense attorneys, says an appeal is planned.
We're disappointed. We continue to fight on. In the heat of battle, a lot of legal decisions are made that need to be revisited with a calmer eye to make sure everything was done right so that we make sure that Mr. Momeni did in fact receive a fair trial.
DA Brooke Jenkins was among those in the courtroom when the verdict was read.
We are just relieved that we have gotten to this point and reached a verdict that we believe is representative of the conduct that occurred that night.
While on the stand, Momeni was combative and hostile with the prosecutor. KTVU legal analyst Michael Cardoza says the defendant all but had to testify.
I don't think it was the wrong move because they had no choice. How do you get a self-defense into a trial without putting your guy on the stand?
Cardoza provided an overview of what happens next.
The judge will then, you're going 16 to life. They'll make a motion for a new trial, which will be denied. Then it goes up on appeal. It'll take years.
Now, I caught up with the jury afterwards here right outside the Hall of Justice, including the jury foreman. Now, he was known for asking many questions in the form of written notes to the judge. It's very clear he had he was paying attention, as were the others, to this testimony. Now, Momeni will be back in court on January 10th to set a date for sentencing. Live in San Francisco, Henry Lee, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
And Henry, any reaction from Momeni as that verdict was announced?
I was sitting directly behind him, so I could only see his back. But again, Tony Brass, one of his attorneys, patted his arm after that not guilty verdict for first-degree murder was read. That attorney did the same thing when the guilty verdict was read for second-degree murder.
All right, Henry Lee reporting live. Thank you so much for that live report.